Yeah, I used to roll backwoods, Rick the Dawn's good wherever he goes. 1 million and one flows, depositing dough. Said you down with the mafia family, let me know. Yeah, number one, I don't do number two. They watching how I do, because I'm really hood. Red hoodie, gold jewelry, too groovy, might lose me. Don't approach with the foolery, keep the two on me, homie. You don't know me, Rick the Dawn, the one and only. Yeah. Yo, welcome to the Really Hood Podcast. What about that intro? That intro, though. What about that intro, man? It's all good, though. Hey, today's episode is sponsored by reallyhood.com. If you are a new artist or somebody trying to get some shine out here and you want other people to see your content, check out reallyhood.com. You know, I'm the CEO of reallyhood.com. And it's up and it's running right now, so you don't have to wait. It's already up and running. Obviously, we're still figuring out some things, still learning some things. So support us, man. Support us through the growth. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people want to hop on the ship once it's already built. But what I'm trying to say is support the ship while it's being built. You know what I'm saying? Be a part of it. Don't just come in when everything is done, man, when all the hard work is done, all the heavy lifting. But reallyhood.com. If you're an indie artist and you want to get your music heard, hey, you know what it is, man. Reallyhood.com. Also, I'll be uploading some cool content, you know, sports and stuff like that. But anyway, let's get to the actual topic. I don't like to waste time. And one thing about me is I won't waste a lot of time. Or if anything, I won't waste time at all because my time is so valuable, right? I'm wasting time right now talking about this. Fight the power, man. What do I mean by that? My new album, Limits to Mercy, is scheduled to come out on January 7th, 2022. So what do I mean by fight the power? Well, I'm going to release this album on my own website. And I believe that I am the forerunner of something that will soon take over. This will be the way that it happens moving forward. But I'm the first one to do it. I'm the pioneer of it. And let me explain what I'm doing before I discuss what I'm pioneering and what I'm doing is I'm removing my music. Well, actually, I'm not going to remove my music. My old music will stay on online streaming platforms. I will keep my old music on Spotify and iTunes and all that. But my new music will only be available on rickthedon.com. That's the only way you're going to get it. So what does that mean? Some people might hear that and say, wait, man, you're actually cutting off your own benefits. You're actually making your own job harder, right? Why would you not put your music on these big distributing companies like iTunes and Spotify so that people can hear your music? Why would you not do that? That doesn't make sense. And my reply would be, those platforms are stealing from the artists. How about that one? Okay. I just got a royalty check from my distributor. What was it? Last week. And that royalty check was for $10. You see what I'm saying? The royalty check was for $10. You know how many streams I got in that particular time frame? A lot. I'm not going to give you my business, but I'll say I got a lot of streams. Now, if I took my own music and went to the streets and I sold 500 CDs for $3 a pop, okay, I would bring back $1,500 or more, because sometimes if you're selling person to person, you'll maybe get tips and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So by me putting my music on Spotify and all that, though it does help, because I got some people in the Netherlands listening to me and I couldn't travel there myself. I got some people in India listening to me because of these distributing companies. I couldn't travel to India myself, not necessarily. And by the way, let me stop everything I'm doing real quick. Hey, shout out to India, man. Shout out to India. I don't know what it is. I don't know how India is hip to Rick the Dawn, but India, for some reason, when I look at my analytics, India is showing me mad love. India is like my only fans. They like the only people who listen to me or watch me. So shout out to India. I know y'all boys out there like, oh yeah, Rick the Dog, Rick the Dog. Hey, shout out to India, man. India be showing love, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know what y'all doing out there. But I do know this. For some reason, y'all be bumping my podcast, man. Much love to India. And also, shout out to the homie in the Netherlands. It's like one person in the Netherlands that listens to Rick the Don that listens to my music, to Rick the Don. Okay, one person in the Netherlands. Like I literally had like 19 streams from one person in the Netherlands. And they like the song Oprah. So if you're listening to this podcast, I'm Rick the Don. It's nice to meet you, okay? But anyway, so yes, by me removing my music from these platforms, technically I am removing my my reach, right? But hold up, wait a minute. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. And this is what I was thinking when I broke down what I'm about to start doing. It don't make sense. We have the World Wide Web. It's not like the old days when I first started doing music and it was like I can only reach the people that's in my vicinity. No, I have the World Wide Web at my disposal. So I'm going to put my music on the World Wide Web. But I'm going to change that price tag because listen, people are listening to my music for pennies. And though I am honored and I really appreciate that, I got kids, man. I can't have people listening to my music, downloading my songs 19 times, 500 times, and then Spotify saying, hey man, here's $10. But they keeping what they're keeping. And my music is helping to maintain their platform. So I made a decision, a very controversial decision. And I said, you know what? My newest album, Limits to Mercy, will only be available in one place. And that is rickthedon.com. If you want to hear Limits to Mercy, arguably the best album I've ever created, and maybe one of the best artworks in terms of rap music in such a long time, right? If you want to hear that, you got to go to rickthedon.com. And really, as of this moment, I have not created a system for people to listen to my music. I'm going to probably do 3 videos for this album, and that's going to be your free samples right there. But if you like those 3 samples, then hey, all right, I'm going to buy this album. Let me tell you something real quick before I get into more. Limits to Mercy is, boy, let me tell you something. I just wrapped up recording last week. My producer came out here. We spent 19 days on this album. That's the longest amount of time I've ever spent on any album that I've ever created. Okay, Immunity, that took about a week and a half. The Rick the Don LP, that took 2 weeks. The Last Lab took about 2 weeks, 3 weeks tops. This one, Limits to Mercy, 19 days. No, it was more than 19 days. It was a month, man. Okay, so there you go. As far as features, I got my man Nino Brown. If you know anything about Nino Brown, not Wesley Snipes, by the way, but the homie that be on IG, giving out like motivational quotes, and he a rapper too. And if I'm not mistaken, he from Florida. Please forgive me if I'm wrong about that. All right, Nino Brown. I got Nino Brown on that boy. I got my boy B Rich on there. Now, if you don't know about B Rich, go do your Googles, man. He's one of the first rappers to be signed out of Baltimore. Okay, come on now. You're supposed to be a hip hop historian, right? That's what you told. That's what you telling people, right? Then, if that ain't enough, I got Quentin Miller. Okay, the ghost himself. I got the Ghost of Christmas Rap Pass. I'm just joking, man. I got Quentin Miller, the GOAT, man. Come on, man. We showing love over here. Quentin Miller is on the album. The man is gifted, bro. Get that man his due. Anyway, all right. Wait a minute. You thought I was done? Okay, you thought I was done. I got Crazy Bone on the album. Who ain't buying this album? Okay, like who not buying this album? Now I'm pretty nice. But I got Crazy Bone on the album. And that should change your whole philosophy about what I'm doing. I got Crazy Bone on the album. Okay? Wait a minute. And there you have it, folks. You think I'm about to put that on Spotify and put that on iTunes and let people listen to that for 1 penny? You know how much it costs to get Crazy Bone on your album? You know how much it costs to get Quentin Miller, B Rich, Nino Brown on your album? It costs money. And guess what? I paid that cost. Now, what I ain't about to do is put that out there on, Spotify and iTunes and say, hey, man, I paid all this money to have these great artists on my album. I paid my producer this great cost. And I paid all these, well, actually it's my engineer, but I paid all these different music producers to come up with these amazing beats. If you know anything about me, my beats is on fire. Listen to any of my albums. My beats is the best ever, like straight up. So I pay all these producers. I pay my engineer. I pay for these features, right? I did all that. And I'm going to put it on Spotify and iTunes and let you listen to it for a penny. Without disrespecting you, because that's not what this is about. Without disrespect whatsoever. That's craziness. That's psychotic. Look, I love people. I love especially people that support me, especially people who listen to my music. I love those kind of people because if they can identify with me, if they can see themselves in me or they can relate to me, they got to be solid, man. They got to be solid. They have to be 100. But if they are as solid as they claim to be, obviously you wouldn't sit well, or it wouldn't sit well with you to basically steal from an artist, right? Like, seriously, that's what's happening. Every time you listen to somebody on Spotify, and that's not your fault because this is the way that the game is structured. It's not your fault that rappers are getting stolen from. But here's what it is, man. I'm going to be the first one to do it because everybody apparently is afraid. Now, the good news and the best thing for me is I don't have a record label deal, contract, what have you. And I never thought that I would be happy to say that. I don't have a deal and I don't want a deal. I have gotten offers to come and sit in with these different companies. And it's taken me some time to understand why the Lord above has pretty much blocked all these different avenues to have me signed. Okay. It's funny how things work, man. I think that the guys that know what I'm talking about, they probably had a hand in keeping me from being signed. And I couldn't thank them more. All right. I'm certainly appreciative of your blockage, brother. Thank you so much because now I will not be an employee. I'm going to be the boss of everything I'm doing because I'm not looking for no handouts, man. That's the only reason I'm signing the deal is for greater distribution and, you know, more exposure. But hey, man, the thing about me being from Detroit, Michigan, a Midwest guy myself, listen, I understand hard work. I understand what it takes to get out here and grind and do it yourself and how to build it yourself. And that's what we're going to do, man. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be a challenge. But I can't remember the last time that I backed down from a challenge. So, yes, Limits to Mercy, Crazy Bone, Nino Brown, B Rich, Quentin Miller, Rick the Dawn, Killing It, Binks, my engineer. He's on the album too. So yes, that content will only be available at rickthedon.com for better or for worse. Because I'm fighting the power, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, now look, if this works, you're going to see everybody do it. Right? You're going to see everybody do it. Because it's going to be like, wait a minute. I just sold 1 million records or I got 100,000 streams. I don't even know how they counting music sales no more. That's how messed up the game is. When I was growing up, we did record sales. Streams? What is a stream? Man, I don't want no stream. Listen, I don't want no stream. You can have your stream. I want record sales. I'll buy my own album. Okay, fine. Nobody want to buy it? Cool. I'm going to tell you this. My album, Limits to Mercy, will be $20. And if you don't got $20, I don't even want you listening to my music. I'll say it again, man. I'm not ashamed to say it. If you don't got $20 to support a entrepreneur / hustler like myself, a musician like myself, if you don't have $20, I don't even want you listening to my music. How about that one? So that's what it is. rickthedon.com, man. $20. Come spend $20 with somebody that's going to take that money and manufacture it in a way that creates more businesses and opportunities for myself and others. Listen, that's what it is. I'm fighting the power. I don't want no record deal. And in fact, I'll put it out there because there has to be a point where record deals will start to come through because they've come through plenty of times before. They've come through. This is not news to me, okay? I've been contacted before. It is what it is. So let's make sure we get some things clear because the first time that I was contacted to come to a certain place to do this whole record deal negotiation, blah, 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 you know, the first time that happened, I didn't have my numbers in place. I didn't have things in place. But this time, I'm just go ahead and just say it. I don't want a deal. But if it just so happens that you can actually meet my particular needs, here's what I would need. No 360 deals, just the distribution deal. That's it. I just need you to distribute my music on your platforms. And as far as a signing bonus or money is concerned, well, I'm glad you asked. because I will not sign any deal for less than $10 million up front. There you go. That's the number. $10 million up front. And for real, if that's a lot of money to you, then you couldn't be the person that is going to have Rick the Don under your stable because you're too cheap. Because my brand is money. You see what I'm saying? My brand is progress and economics. You see what I'm saying? That's what I bring to the game. Like right now, I need to end this podcast because I got guys who need to talk to me right now about other business ventures. You see what I'm saying? And I got them on hold right now as I do my podcast. But I'm about economics. You see what I'm saying? And if you're not about that, if you're not about, hey, this guy is not a rapper. I'm not a rapper, ladies and gentlemen. Record labels. I am not a rapper. That's a very disrespectful term. I am a business. I am a movement. Do you understand what that means? That means that when I open up my mouth, things happen. You ain't gonna find that everywhere. And you're not gonna find that with everybody. And I say that very carefully. How did I become this particular movement? Well, a lot of hustle, a lot of work, a lot of game, a lot of schooling, okay? I just dropped out of doctoral school in March. Do you hear what I said? Doctoral school. I could have been Dr. Don on you, but I just say, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna just chill. I might go back. I had about 3 years in doctoral school. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying that to tell you this. I know my stuff. So $10 million up front. That's before we discuss distribution, sales, and all the other stuff. That's before we even get there. Because frankly, to be clear, I don't need it. I don't need it. I would be more of a benefit to them than they would be to me. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So anyway, I'm fighting the power this way, ladies and gentlemen. First off, really hood, y'all know what it is. I'm fighting the power this way. I'm creating my own platform, and I'm going to put my music on that platform and say, hey, this is where you get that music. Now, the obvious struggle or challenge is to make people actually say, wait a minute, what about your content is so desirable that I'll spend $20? Once again, if you are like scratching your beard, scratching your pockets, like I don't know if the $20, then you're not a listener of mine, because my listeners got bread. You see what I'm saying? If I want something, first off, I don't care if it's music, I don't care if it's a cupcake, a wine brand. If I want something, I don't even look at the price tag. So if you're still in that space of price tag watching and all that type of stuff, then there's some levels to this thing. You need to go listen to that first. And then when you get your situation straight, come holler at Rick the Don. You ain't quite where you need to be to listen to me, because I'm progressive. I'm on a different level. I'm not talking about killing people every 5 minutes. So you're still in that particular bracket. And I understand that. I was there too. But now we're talking about economics. We're talking about ownership. We're talking about businesses in lyrical form. You see what I'm saying? We're talking about loving a woman, not women, not a thought. We're talking about loving a woman. You're not there yet. And it's okay. It's okay. But when you get there, when you finally get there, I'm pretty sure that you'll have $20 to spend. You feel me? And that's what it is. That's what I'm doing. You can't be afraid to be different. And you can't be afraid to get your value. You see what I'm saying? Gucci, they could sell their bags and glasses and products and clothing at the same price as Rainbow or Forever 21. Okay, they could do that. But Gucci has made it a very, very prominent point to take a stand and say that this particular brand is not that. So if you want Gucci, you got to pay this particular price. If you want Forever 21 and Rainbow and Forever, all that stuff, you got to go over there. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing. If you want Rick the Don, arguably one of the best rappers of all time, and I dare you go listen to my music and come back and tell me I ain't got a point. Now, I might not be what I say I am, but I'm saying that I'm not far from it. In fact, I'm going to just say I am, man. I don't care, bro. Let me twist it. Listen what I said, man. Listen. So if you want Rick the Don, you want that particular content. Now, I'm only speaking to the hustlers. I'm not speaking to everybody. That's the problem. Everybody want to talk to everybody. I'm just talking to the people that's trying to get money. I'm talking to the progressive. And I guess the people who want to be that. If you want Rick the Don, it's going to take you $20. You feel me? And by the way, I already got classics on my website. Go to my website right now, rickthedon.com, and check it out. You know what? This is a good time to segue into some music, man. Hey, so if you're on my podcast, we're going to take a little break. Let's take a Rick the Don moment, and let me show you why I say I'm one of the best out here, man. Check this song out. I'm one with feeling, it cuts me deep.
Man, I must be dreaming, scheming, I ain't that first million. Rappers don't love women, me, I don't love Benjamins. Grants, Jacksons, adding fractions, cause the death of many, man. Get it in, different. Martin King over again, ball all in. College D, club appearance, baby fee, they calling me. What it be? Rick the Dawn, Rick the King, golden arm, don't worship me. Of course I love my G.O.D. Because of him, they ain't got nothing on me. Got more game than sports TV. Let's get it, who with it? Black on black, exorcism, exercise your right to witness. Told y'all I been had this vision. Who feel this? I feel this. This is not some kind of joke. Flow is dope, cracking coke, lights a flip, somersault. The word is cold, cuz so grab that coat. Swear I wish I could send no more. I rope a dope, take them blows. You're the best, I'm the GOAT. Cons and pros, new and old, I'm better off either way. Man, I pray for a better day. Hun, I pray for a better day.
All right, so check it. That's what it was, man. I told you. My music is like that, man. And if you don't think that's worth at least $20, listen, I digress. So I'm just letting you all know that if this works, it's going to be a big change. Listen, check. This is my last point right here. Somebody on a record label could sell, let's say, they'll probably get 500,000 streams. Let's use that number. They get 500,000 streams, right? And then what do they get for those 500,000 streams? They might get a $300 check. All right. They might get a $300 check for 500,000 streams. And I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. I'm telling you facts, man. They might get about $300, $1,500 max. You see how that works? Okay. Now, me, Rick the Dawn, when I release my album on rickthedon.com exclusively for $20, I can sell 60,000 records. And if you know math, 60,000 times 20, do the math on that and get back. Come back and holler at me. You think I want a record deal when I can sell 60,000 records and make that kind of money independently, where I'm only sharing money with my payment processing companies like PayPal or Stripe? And I'm talking about I'm only sharing about 2.5% of my revenue with those particular payment processing companies. I'm only splitting my money with a payment processing company. And that company only wants 2.5% of my total revenue from sales. I like that deal. Why would I bypass that deal and instead go with a record label who wants a lot more from a pot that's a lot smaller? It's real simple, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not speaking in algorithms here. I'm talking common sense. So that's what it is, man. Fighting the power. All right. And I need everybody that's bumping this right now, everybody that's watching me, everybody that's listening right now. I need you to support it. I need you to support it. Because let me tell you something. If I succeed with this, I'm a very generous guy. Everybody knows that who knows me. I'm very real with mine, man. I'm not selfish. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people are selfish. And that's why we're in this situation. Because some people want it all to themselves. But if Rick the Dawn get it, I already got it. But if I get it, you get it. Okay? I got stuff in the works right now that just blow past anybody's imagination. But obviously, things are not built overnight. It takes time, right? And it definitely takes money. So that's what it is. Fight the power, man. Help me fight the power. But anyway, that's it for today. I'm not the kind of person that's going to drag out these episodes with a whole bunch of gibberish. We're going to get to the point and then we're going to get out the point. All right. So before I disperse, I'll say this. Reallyhood.com, man. If you are an artist and you want to be seen by the world, you want people to check out your content, listen, I'm only charging like $25 to post your music on my site. All right. Now compare that to the big boys out here. To post your music on their site, you're going to be paying about $1,000. Rightfully so. Okay. I understand that my platform is still coming up and it's still being built. It's still being worked out. So I'm only charging $25, but that price will not stay there forever. So I'm just letting you know, hey, you see what I'm doing, man. You see what I'm doing. I'm about progress. So if you're trying to get on that train, rickthedon.com or reallyhood.com in this case. You feel me? But anyway, that's it for today. It's been solid. Don't forget to support my Patreon. Don't forget to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Don't forget to, download, like, share, all that cool stuff, man. Support me because, like I said, when you support me, you support the real. That's real talk. Let's get it.